Okay, Aramaic Neophytes, Chapter 8 of Basics of Biblical Aramaic. Whoever doesn't know and is just joining us. Today we're going to be covering the pronominal suffixes as they appear in Aramaic in the Bible. Kind of go over it. I don't think we really need to discuss too much what it is because we understand that, but basically a lot of prepositions are joined to personal pronouns instead of saying, like if ana means I and le means to, you don't say le ana, to me. Instead of you attach a pronominal suffix and you say li. Li means to me. Same as in Hebrew. We're going to jump into this and take a look. So just like last week we did up to 7, we're looking again at the numbers up to 10. So we eventually will not be troubled by the numbers. We've got had, tren or tren, meaning 2, tlat, arba, hamsha, shet, shva, tmane, sha, ashar. Okay, so counting to 10 in Aramaic. We just want to practice this every week, so we're not surprised by numbers. Doug, you want to read it from 1 to 10?
Kad, Tren, Tlat, Arba, Hamsha, Shet, Shva, Tmane, Tisha, Asher.
Shar.
Ashar, yes, I see the vowel. Ashar, yes.
Yeah, it's like the Aramaic ashara. Ashara means, or not, in Arabic, excuse me, Arabic. Ashara means 10. Good. Let's see. I want to pull this number tmane and compare what we know about Hebrew and Aramaic, that the sheen and the tav interplay, where a lot of words that have taf in Aramaic have sheen in Hebrew, and the kamatz is often a long cholam in Hebrew. So tmane, shmone, they really are the same word, they just look different. Shmone and tmane. Jonathan, do you want to read through the numbers?
Yes, I can. Chad, Train, Tla, Arba, Chamsha, Shesh, Shva, Tmane. What did I say? Are you pointing at something? Tlat, sorry.
Yeah, you
Tlat.
said tav, and also
Yes.
here you said shesh.
Oh, Shet, yeah. Shet, Shva, Tmane, Tisha, and Asar.
Fantastic. Jose, you want to take it?
Okay, so Chad, Train, Tlat, Arba, Hamsha, Shet, Sheba, Tmane, Tisha, Ashar.
Brilliant. All right, here we go to the next bit. That's 1 through 10. Whenever we encounter numbers that are higher than that, we'll go over them at some point. All right, so pronominal suffixes. Suffixes generally function for possession or as objects. They can be attached to verbs, like they are in Hebrew, or they can also be the objects of a preposition. For example, le is a preposition meaning 2 or 4. We covered in the last chapter the different prepositions. To say to me or for me, we can't say la ana, that is le, and ana, this is a personal pronoun for me. Rather, it is li. We would think of lach, to you, generally as feminine in Hebrew, where lecha is masculine. However, in pause, even in Hebrew, we see lach in pause. And this is the standard form of the masculine second person singular in Aramaic. In Basics of Biblical Aramaic, the textbook we're using, Van Pelt left the second feminine singular and second feminine plural forms out completely, so that we just have gaps in his text, which is kind of strange to me. In Introduction to Aramaic, Greenspan actually includes forms, but I did look up some Targumic Aramaic and came to the conclusion that there were different forms. So we'll look at those in just a second. So consider the following table in which the various suffixes are compared between Greenspan and Van Pelt. Van Pelt is the book we're using, Basics of Biblical Aramaic. Greenspan is also a very popular book, you know. So li, they're the same, lach. Here he leaves out the second feminine singular and second feminine plural, which Greenspan gives as lechi. Okay, lechi actually in Hebrew it looks like a feminine go. Right? You tell a woman go, lechi. Le, it's the same. I know that what I've seen from the Gemara, the Talmud, they actually insert a yud in there to mark that it's tzere and not patach. La is to her, le is to him, lana to us, lechom is in our book. Greenspan gives lechom and also lechon. I know that later Aramaic, the new so that mem can be interchanged with the noon on these ones. Okay, and lehen. All right, no problem there. These look pretty normal for Hebrew, right? Instead of lana, you've got lanu in Hebrew. La is the same, but it's kamatz. Le is lo. Pretty straightforward, I think. Yeah. Okay, in the plural endings, the endings for plurals, like you have type 2 on al. Alai sounds just like Hebrew. Alaich here in Hebrew it's got a kamatz, but here it's chataf patach. Notice that Greenspan gives it as the alternative without the diphthong. I would assume it's still pronounced the same. Alaich. Alechi, Alohi. And then according to Van Pelt, this form of the ending is found 4 times in the Bible, whereas this form of the ending is found 3 times in the Bible. This is what he says on, let's see, on page 47, note 4. So apparently this is 2 options. So I would read this one as alaya, and this one I would assume is alai, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they would want us to pronounce it. Pronunciation probably isn't the most important thing. So alena, alechom, alechen. Just like over here, we've got the chen ending. Over here, we have it too. Alehon, and alehom. Again, the alternative mem. And then at the end, there's just the difference of the yod. Alehen. This is basically how they lay out the endings, both of the textbooks. Basically, as long as you can identify it when you're reading, that's all that's really required of you. We're not composing Aramaic. We're not going to be writing books in Aramaic. So as long as you can recognize it and know what it says, that's all that's really important. All right, so from Targum Onkelos is the important Targum on the Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible. We get this in Numbers chapter 5, verse 19. Don't need to read the whole thing, but I do want to mark those words in blue. Yata, yat, we know is the definite direct object marker, like et in Hebrew. And yatich, and miba'alich. Okay, Baal means husband. Ba'alich is your husband. In the Hebrew text, it says ishech. This is what's used in the Hebrew text. So here, this word in Hebrew is otah, yata. This is yatich is otach, meaning you. And ba'alich, your husband, in Hebrew is ishech. So they do have, at least in the Targums, they have ich as the second feminine singular ending. So what I gather from that is that ich, echi, and chi are all possible endings for second feminine singular, and nechen or echen is possible for feminine plural. Okay, we're going to move on. We have the translation exercises from page 54. I don't know if you worked through them. I didn't, but here we go. I'll take number 1. Jonathan, you'll take number 2. Doug, Hoshea. Number 1, Kashum Elahi. This is according to the name of my God. Kashum, like Shum is instead of Shem. Kashum Elahi. According to the name of my God. Okay. Jonathan, number 2.
Remind me, is dot a decree? I think it's a decree.
It's a law.
A law. Okay. So by the law of God. Bedat Elahai.
Who's hey? Elahai is,
Mine says Elahai.
yeah, it's his God.
Oh yeah, right. Who's
That's
okay? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, number 3. Doug, please.
Ve'en Elahum, is that and the eye of y'all's God?
I think so. The eye of, oh, but it would be third person. The eye of
Their God.
Yeah, eye of their God. Good. Hosea, number 4. I think you're muted.
Yeah.
There you go.
Fishrei, Nemar, Kadam, Malka. Okay.
Kodam.
Kudam.
Technically, you would say Kodam because it's a O.
And the interpretation?
What's the A ending?
His.
Is, or probably it's probably talking about a dream, right?
And its interpretation, Nemar, saying, what's
There's a
the
note.
nun there?
There's a note at the bottom of the page saying it means we will say.
We will say.
Like Nomal.
We will say, Kodam, Malka, King. I forgot the Kodam.
Kodam. What you can get to the meaning from Hebrew. Kodem is like previous or before. Kedem is like toward the east. East, right?
Yeah.
Kodam is before. It can be both time and position. It's like lifnei, before the king.
Before the king. We will say before the king. Okay.
Right. We will say it's an interpretation before the king. This, remember, he calls this casus ponens. He calls it a casus ponens. Did you see that in the text? Where? I thought it was in our text, where he said that it could hang out in the beginning of the phrase, and it's used. I don't see
Pendants?
it. Yeah, ponens. Pendants? It's a hanging claw. Where did it go?
I do not know.
Maybe I was reading it in Greenspan.
Like where you would say something like, now as for the interpretation, we will say it is for the king, something like that.
Exactly. Yeah. It's actually in Greenspan on page 69. It says, when a noun is emphasized by being placed at the beginning of a sentence or clause, its place in the sentence proper is taken by a subsequent pronoun. This usage is called casus pendens, hanging case, because the noun is technically neither the subject nor the object of the sentence. And he gives the example from his Ezra 5:12, where he says, Baita dena satre, this house, he destroyed it. Anyway, it might be something like that. And its interpretation, we will speak it before the king, something like that. Okay, number 5, malchute, malchut alam. Malchute is his kingship, his kingdom or kingship, his reign. His reign is an eternal reign. That is a kingdom of eternity. Number 6, it goes to Jonathan. You're on mute. There we go.
Ol hakime malkuti is may, is that a construct noun or a construct nouns are suffix nouns are constructs.
It's definitely construct, and it's construct plural.
Right. So all of the wise men of my king.
Not my king, but my
kingdom.
All the wise men of my kingdom. Good. Doug, number 7.
Gavar b'malkutak, a man in your kingdom.
Mm-hmm. A man in your kingdom. Good. Number 8 is for you, Hosea.
Okay. Mechazvei Reshach al Mishchebach. Okay. And my Kazvei. That is your.
Oh, Chezvei is a construct,
Vision?
plural. Visions. Visions of.
Visions
But notice this
your head.
mishkevach. That's a V sound right there. Mishkevach. Anyway, so visions of
Your head
mm-hmm.
upon the bed. Your bed.
Your bed. I think whenever we read Daniel chapter 7, it says, in visions of his head upon his bed.
Yes, it's his head.
His.
Yeah.
No, this is right. You said it correctly, yours.
Why?
But in the original text, it says his.
Yeah. The original text.
Okay, we're back to me. Reshe di dehav. Reshe di dehav. His head of gold, or its head of gold. That is the head of the statue in Daniel chapter 2, I believe. Maybe 4? I don't remember. Okay, Jonathan, number 10.
Ushar Reshon.
Okay, that first shin is not a shin.
Oh, Usar.
Mm-hmm.
The first shin is not a shin.
In Hebrew, seal is hair. It's the same idea. Seal is shon.
Oh, so that makes more sense. So Reshon is head? Yeah. But it's like a body part head, not just a. Okay, interesting.
And what's the hon? The hon.
Yeah,
pronominal.
it's a suffix. Is it their head?
It's there.
Yes.
Remember that the kaf wants to be in the second person. Okay, so feminine would be chi, and masculine would just be kaf with ach. The plural would be chon and chen. But the third person wants to have a hey instead of a, like ham and henna and so on. Okay, Doug, number 11 is yours.
Ve'ol karnaya di bereisha, and concerning the horn, concerning the 10 horns which are upon its head.
Mm-hmm. And concerning the horns, 10.
Could that be concerning, or could it just be upon?
Probably concerning.
Okay.
I would imagine. It would depend on the context, of course.
Sure. Okay.
What I'm surprised at is to see Reshe instead of Resha, because it's probably talking about a beast, and the beast would be feminine. So it would be upon its head with feminine, Resha. Maybe I typed it wrong. Let's check it real quick.
Nope, you didn't.
I have Bereisha in my.
Bereisha.
I'm following the book, so you're right.
Yeah, the book is right. It should say Bereisha. See, logically, that would be the case. I'm going to fix that real quick because I don't like those mistakes. There we go. Fixed. Okay, so you just logically, it's like, but that doesn't make sense. Why would it say Reshe? Okay, number 12 is for Hosea.
Okay. Bedat elhach di bidach. In the law of your God, which is in your hand.
Yeah, that's how I read it too. According to the book, this is supposed to be come up. I was typing quickly. I'm very sorry. Okay, good. So in the law of your God, that's in your hand. Okay. Good. Number 13, Malka v'Rav Revanohi. Okay, so the king and his, some kind of official, what was it? Rav Revan, Lord, noble.
The chief, yeah.
Rav Revan. Okay.
That's
14.
that's Lord or no, yeah, Lord or noble. 14. Amen bayate. So wood from your house, or from his house, rather. Yeah.
That's the whole exercise, is to pay attention to those personal endings.
I know.
Baite, his house is like Beito. Doug, number 15.
Elah Vahati, the God of, or God, yeah, the God of my fathers.
Good. 16, Hosea.
Nebuchadnezzar Avohi.
You should put in accents here.
Isn't it
Yes.
Avuhi? It is Avuhi.
Nebuchadnezzar Avuhi.
Not Nebuchadnezzar. Netzar.
Yeah,
Nebuchadnezzar
but he
Avuhi.
doesn't put accents in here. He should.
Netzar Avuhi. Nebuchadnezzar of our father.
Nope. What's the ending?
Avuhi.
Ending of.
My fathers.
No, it's type 2.
He.
Avuch.
Type 2. Oh.
It's type
I
2.
got confused.
It's
Type
an alternative ending.
Of his father.
But this isn't a
Sorry.
construct relationship. It's not Nebuchadnezzar of his father. It's just Nebuchadnezzar, his father.
His father.
It's an apposition.
Okay.
Umalka Nebuchadnezzar Avuch. Instead of Avuhi, his father, Avuch, your father. So, and the king, Nebuchadnezzar, your father. Jonathan?
Yes. Uviyome avuch. So, and the days of your father.
But that's construct,
or
right?
his father. Yep, I said
in the days. And
yeah, in the days. Oh yeah, in the days of your father.
Okay, and Doug got a nice big sentence with all kinds of musical instruments. I say go ahead and use the page 53 for the vocabulary. These are not important words.
Yeah, I was going to say we could break this up. All of us could take this one. Let's see. Kol kana mashrokita kitaros sabka. Actually, which am I supposed to read? The one in the brackets?
Yes.
The brackets. The brackets
Yes,
is the kli.
Yes. Okay. So katros sabka pesan.
That cuff is soft though. Sabka.
Sabha Pisanaterin Sum.
These words are very familiar, by the way, in modern Hebrew, just so you know.
Samterin. Okay. Sumponya Vechol Znei Zmara. Okay, that's the end. Okay.
So kal is like Hebrew kol, just so you know. So when I read it at first, I thought it was. I'm like, what is easy? What is absolute? But it's kal.
Yes, because long A's go to O's in Hebrew.
So try to run through that.
So all of the horn.
Well, this is the voice, the sound, the sound of.
Okay, the sound of. Okay, now the next word, karna. Does that go with the following word, the horn, like a horn pipe?
Maybe the sound. Maybe this is like shofar, like the horn that's made into a trumpet.
Okay. All right.
We can look that up.
Then the pipe and the zither, something with strings, and then something else with strings.
He doesn't have that verb here, that word. That's stupid.
Which one?
What verb?
not the verb, the word, the masrokita.
It's there.
Oh, he
It says
did.
pipe.
Pipe, yeah, pipe or musical instrument, yeah.
It's funny, in Hebrew, in modern Hebrew, mashrokit is a whistle, like you blow a whistle. We have the words mashrokit, we have sabcha, we have psanter, which is a piano, psanter, and symponia obviously comes from the word symphony from Greek. It's neat.
Yeah, so that's the third word. Is everything else a subset of this? I see it can be translated as musical instrument. So is it saying all the musical instruments, and then with the fourth word, you start getting, zither?
No, the first word doesn't mean all. It means the sound of.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Sound
that
of
call.
the
I'm sorry.
horn.
Yes. The sound. Okay.
It couldn't be hornpipe because they both had the definite article on them.
The sound of the horn, the pipe.
Yeah, right. Right.
Whatever this is, a katros, lyre. Anyway, it's a bunch of musical instruments. Not the most exciting thing in the world. Number 20 is for Hosea, and then we'll be done with this.
Lechol kartum ve'ashaf ve'kasdai. Okay, these are new words. Okay. Concerning to all the magician and enchanter and astrologer.
Okay. Good. All right. Close enough. Sounds good to me. Good. Here we go. Review. We're going to review Daniel. Everything that we've done in Daniel chapter 7. Going to read through it and add verse 5. Okay, so this was verse 1. Anyone who wants to read, you can take a turn to read the whole verse, and if you want, give some insights that you've got from it. Who wants to read verse 1?
I'll do it. Bishnat chada Levelshazzar. Sometimes that's Velteshazzar, but Levelshazzar Melech Bavel. Daniel Chelem Chazah V'chezevi. Is that right? The accent's always confused. Chezve.
Just put this word in your head. Put this word in your head. Chezvereshe. The visions of his head.
Yeah,
it's got to be construct plural. The visions of his head.
Yes, okay, I see that, but the 4 dots confuse me. The Chezve Reshe. That's right. Reshe al mishkaveh bedayin chelma katav resh chatav resh. You're picky. Melin Amar.
Okay. Any comment about the verb forms that we've come across so far, like chazah and chtav and amal? Anything that conditions or conclusions we can draw from these verb forms?
Perfects.
They are perfects.
G perfects.
They are G perfects.
Or pale perfects, as they call them.
We would say, of course, that the first syllable is reduced, whereas in Hebrew it's a full long vowel. Like tav, he wrote, and amal, they both have the short vowel in the first syllable. Okay, because they're pe'al in Aramaic instead of pa'al like in Hebrew. Okay, we've talked about this enough, that the shna becomes construct and the number is feminine. Bishnat chada, the year number 1. Belshazzar is the king Belteshazzar was, I think, the name that Daniel received.
Yes.
Daniel was called Belteshazzar or something like that. Chelem, like Chalom. Chazah, he saw. Okay, should be pretty normal. I think that we're getting that Bedain means then, something that at the beginning was kind of strange. Then, at that time, Bedain. Chelma is like Chelem. Okay. Anyone else want to read it and go through it? Maybe give a translation also as you go through.
I'll take it. Bishnat Chada Level Shatzar Melech Bavel Daniel Chelem Chazah. In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel dreamed a vision. The Chezvi Reshe al Mishkave, and he saw in his head upon his bed. Bedain Chelma Ktav Resh Milin Amar. And I'm drawing a blank here. You just went over it. The Bedain.
Bedain is then.
Then the dream. He wrote the head, the chief part of the word, and said, or is it saying?
Yeah,
like
this is the past tense. He said.
He said.
So he wrote basically a summary of the things. Reish Milin is like a summary. One thing to correct is Chazah is the verb and Chelem is the noun. So he saw a dream rather than dreaming a vision.
Right.
He saw a dream. Okay. Oh, Jose, do you want to go through it?
Okay. Bishnat Chada Lebel Shatzar Melech Bavel Daniel Chelem Chaza Vechezvei Reshe Al Mishcheve Bedain Chelma Chetav Resh Milin Amar. So in the first year of King Belshazzar of Babylon, Daniel saw a vision. And the visions of his head.
What did he see? A dream.
A dream. Yeah. Saw a dream. And the visions of his head over upon his bed. Then the dream, he wrote the dream, the summary of the words saying, said, and the summary of the word said. He said.
Okay. The difference it's saying is going to be Amar with kamatz on the beginning, because instead of a long O, like Omer, and the patach instead of the tzere. So that will be a participle, would be Amar with kamatz. Okay. Good. This is the second verse. Ane Daniel. Ane is a participle. Ane Daniel. Va'amal. Amal is the participle that we're mentioning. Chazeh, another participle. Chazeh havet. Havet is the verb. I was. Chazeh havet means I was watching or I was seeing. It's they go together. Chazeh havet bechezvi. Here it's in my vision. Zvi im lelia, with the night. Va'aru, behold. Arba ruchei shmaya megichan liyama rabba. The lamed here is introducing the direct object. It says, behold, the four winds of heaven stirring up the great sea. Okay, somebody else want to read it?
Okay, I'll go first this time. Ane Daniel ve'amar chaze haveit bechezvi im leilea va'aro arba ruchei shemaya megichan leyama rava. Okay. And Daniel answered, sorry, I forgot this one. And he said, and saying,
Yeah, because both of these are
this,
participles. Answering Daniel
and
saying.
answering Daniel and saying, seeing, okay, kavit, saying, I forgot.
Avet is like Haiti. I was.
I was in Kazbay. I was in my vision. In my vision.
So I was watching. I was watching in my vision.
In my vision, in the night, and and four winds.
Aru is behold, and behold.
Okay, and behold, four winds from Shemaya, from the heavens, four winds of the heavens, from Gihan.
Megichan, stirring up. Like the winds are coming from all the directions, they're stirring up or agitating.
From the grades 3.
I'm sorry, Jason, I need to head out.
All right.
I apologize. I will see you later. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Fun.
Speaking of which, we've been at it an hour and almost 20 minutes. So if it's problematic, maybe we'll just push ahead and Doug will handle verse 3 for us. Okay. And we'll get to verse 5 is our goal.
Ve'arba chevan rav ravan. Let me just start that again. Ve'arba chevan rav ravan salkan min yama shanyan da min da. And four beasts, four great beasts. Could we say monstrous beasts? Four really big beasts.
Or we could say what?
Up,
noble beasts, right? Because we just
beasts.
learned the noble.
That's right.
But
yes, that's right.
It's not. It's not though. This is a feminine part, feminine adjective, feminine plural. Or great
beasts fit for a king or ready to rule. Okay, and so Khan, is that rising?
Mm-hmm.
Rising or coming up? Coming up from the sea.
Mm-hmm.
Shanyan, the one after. One's coming after.
In Hebrew it's shonot.
Like second.
Shonot. Different.
Different, yes. Different.
It's that on plural feminine ending. So it's shonot.
Different, this one from this one, or one from the other. Different one from the other.
Each one different from the next, we might say.
Yes.
Cool. Verse 4. Kadmaita che'aryeh v'gapin dinsharla. Chazeh havet, okay, so that's a common expression. I was watching, or I watched. Chazeh havet ad dimeritu gapa ונטילת מן ארעה, והרגליים כאנה שכמעט, ולבב אינה שיהיב לה. So the first one, kadmaita, the first one, che'aryeh, was like a lion. V'gapin din sharla, and the wings of an eagle it had. Chazeh havet, I was watching. Ad dimeritu, until they were plucked. This is passive. Te'il. They were plucked. Gapa, her wings were plucked off. Unitilat minara, she was lifted up from the earth. Remember, nitilat yadayim is where you lift up your hands when you bless. Val raglayin ke'enash hekimat, hokimat, excuse me. And on feet like a man, she was raised up from lakum. Ulevav enash yehivla, and she was given the heart of a man. Okay, and now we're at our new material.
Yeah.
These are just some notes that I wrote to kind of explain what we're seeing. And I guess, Hoshea, since you were before Doug, go ahead and read this. And then it's split into two pieces, 5A and 5B. And then we'll go through the material.
Okay. Va'aro chayva achari.
Achori, there's an O
Okay.
on there. Achori.
Yeah. Achori tinyana damya or domya.
Damya.
Damya ledov velis tarchad chochima.
Hokimat.
Velis tarchad chochimat.
Hokimat, we saw on the last verse, means it was raised up. Okay, it was made to stand. Va'aru, we've seen it means and behold. Chayva, a beast. Achuri would be another. Tinyana is the word for second. We saw kadmaita for first, and this is tinyana, second. It's like sheen and taf play out. So sheni is like tinyana. Okay, damya, I've got down here, damya is like the Hebrew doma or domiya. Okay, it's similar to or like a bear. Damya ledov, like a bear. Dov is also the Hebrew word for bear.
Is damya related to demut, like in Genesis 1:26-27, image or likeness? I mean.
So this is a participle in Aramaic. It's often used as a participle in Hebrew also. Dome. Dome means similar.
Okay.
So velistar chad. Star chad. In later Aramaic, instead of a sin, it's written with a samech. Okay, so it's written as star, like here, star.
Star.
This is really famous in Jewish mysticism, in the Kabbalah, in the expression sitra achra. Sitra achra means the other side. It's a designation for the forces of evil and impurity. The other side, the bad side, the other side. So sitra achra means the bad side. And this velistar chad, it means to one side. It was raised up on one side. Okay? The images should be familiar to us if we've read Daniel chapter 7. And so, Doug, you've got the last part of the verse.
Okay. Utelat il-yin. Let's see, no, that's I was getting mixed up with the accent. Utela il-yin bifuma.
Do you remember the word pum?
Pum?
Mouth.
Okay. Yes. Bain Shina V'kein Amrin La Kumi Akuli Bisar Achuli Bisar Sagi. Utila. Let's see. So
Tlak.
third.
There's
Is
Trin
that-
tlak.
and-
3.
Yes. Third. 3.
Just 3.
3. Ilyin. 3.
Okay, this word
coming
actually does have a, remember, notice the tzadi and the ayin interplay. So if you think of it that way, the singular is Allah, Allah, and in Hebrew it's selah, selah. The plural is tzlaot. It means ribs. Ilin,
Yes.
ilin are ribs. So it's 3 ribs.
3 ribs in its mouth.
Yeah.
Between teeth. Between its
Yeah.
teeth. 3 ribs in its mouth, between its teeth, and thus thus it spoke, or they spoke.
Yeah, they spoke. Yeah, it's a participle in the plural. They say,
Plural.
and thus they say to it.
Okay, and thus saying to it, rise, eat flesh. Sagi. I looked at this earlier. Is it much or a lot of flesh?
Yeah.
Eat
Eat
lots of
a
flesh.
lot of flesh.
Much.
So the accent here in Hebrew and in Aramaic is kumi. Kumi.
Kumi.
Not kumi, but kumi.
Kumi.
Kumi ahuli in Aramaic. Kumi ahuli, rise, eat. In Hebrew it would be kumi ichli. Ichli is like ahuli. Very nice. Beautiful. ותלת עילעין בפומה בין שינה, וכן אמרין לה, קומי אכולי בשר שגיא. This is verse 5. So, beautifully, surprisingly, lovingly, if you followed along week by week, you should have no trouble reading Daniel 7:1 through 5 in Aramaic at this point. Wow, that's a lot of text right there. We're not getting that from this textbook, but we're supplementing. We're supplementing the textbook with actual passages from the Bible, and I think that we're making some good progress. I wanted to throw one more verse at you before we let out, if you don't mind. At the top, we have Deuteronomy 6, verse 5 in Hebrew. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. Okay, this expression is, this verse is really, really well known in Hebrew. The Aramaic, you see, instead of ahav, it's got racham. V'tircham yat, yat is et, v'tircham yat Adonai elahach, v'chol libach, v'chol nafshach, v'chol nichsach. The word nichsach is from the word neches. Neches. In Hebrew, neches is property, meaning that the Aramaic translation is giving us an interpretation of that last word, me'od, because there's a lot of questions. What does the word me'od mean? Does it mean excess, what you earn, what you possess, what does it mean? And in the translation of Targum Onkelos, basically by using the word neches, he's telling us that it means with everything you have, because your neches is your property, it's what you have and own. Anyway, so sometimes we can get interpretation through the Aramaic when we read the Targum. And that is all I had for you. Do you have any questions before we call it a night?
Did you say that was from a Targum Onkelos? And if you recommended one to start with, that would be the one for one of the Targumim.
The benefit of it is, first of all, that you have it published on that website that I shared last week.
Yes.
Secondly, here I'll show you something real quick. Hold on, pulling a book off my shelf and going back. Okay, so there are, I guess, let's say there are the books that are published in the Orthodox world, Orthodox Jewish world. All the commentaries that you will buy, whether it's Mikvaot Gedolot which is all in Hebrew with all the commentaries, or even the stone Chumash. Stone is the most popular English translation of just the Torah. Let me show you real quick. I'm going to turn this over. I don't know if you can see. I'll try to make my camera bigger. Can you see what's going on here at all? Probably not.
Somewhat. It looks like you've got the biblical. Is this biblical text or is this Targumim
This is,
text
this
and
is the
commentary?
Hebrew. This is the Hebrew of
Pointed
the
and
Bible.
unpointed, no?
So that's the Hebrew of the Bible. Underneath the Hebrew of the Bible, they have Rashi. This is Rashi's commentary, and I don't know if you can see that. It's really small. Rashi's commentary, okay? And to the left, you have the Targum Onkelos. This is Targum Onkelos.
So this is the Mikra Gedolot.
No, this is a stone
Or
Chumash you can buy in. It's English.
stone
All of
Chumash.
this is
Okay.
this is
I
the
have
this is
their
English
Torah.
translation. Yeah, this is the Torah. The Torah is the Chumash. So this is English. This is English commentary that takes the Hebrew commentary into account. Rashi's commentary, the Hebrew Bible, and the Targum. So the benefit of Targum Onkelos is that it's published so widely that you can get it by buying even English translations.
Right.
So
I
it's a
misspoke.
good place to start.
I don't have their Torah. I have the stone edition of the Tanakh. So it's just English on one side and Hebrew and Aramaic, obviously, on the other one.
If you get the Chumash, which is this one,
yes,
it's the stone edition Chumash. It's the Chamisha Chumshei Torah. Okay, it says Chumash here. If you can see that Chumash.
Yeah.
Anyway, pick this one up. It's only the Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy.
Right.
And it has a wealth of information in it, a wealth of commentaries, and it has Targum Onkelos. So it's good for having Aramaic.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, thank you for sharing that and for the lesson.
Problem. All right. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you, I hope, next Tuesday. I'll be here. I hope you're here.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.